What's up? What's up? What's up? What's
What's going
going on
on?
out there in the boxing community? As usual, welcome to the Rize Podcast channel. We looking to grow, we looking to move forward and give y'all the best content that we know and give you our perspective on what we know. And before I get rolling, I got this is one of my comrades on the side, man. This brother, this is a family man, a hardworking, a businessman, devoted
Absolutely.
husband, my main apple scrapple, brother Landon. How you doing?
I'm
Top of the
doing
afternoon or morning to you.
top of the afternoon to you too, bro. I'm doing good. I wanna give my wife another happy birthday shout out. This was her birthday weekend.
Oh yeah,
Um,
happy birthday.
yeah, man. Appreciate that. She went out to get her coffee and all of that stuff. But yeah, need to give her that. Give her flowers. You know what I'm saying?
Happy birthday to a queen
Yes, sir. Yes,
that's
sir.
holding it down and being the woman that she needs to keep the glue together in our family.
Yes, sir.
I can't stress that enough. So happy birthday, Queen. May God bless you and wish you many healthy and productive more.
No, that's right. Appreciate you, coach. Other than that, I'm doing great. How you feeling this morning?
God blessing me, man. We buried the family member
Oh
this
man, I'm
week
sorry to
that
hear that.
passed. My uncle, it's a part of life, man.
Yeah. Part of the
That's why I
journey is the
always
end.
that's
Yeah.
why I always stress be your best. You know what I mean? You never know when God gonna call you home. So it could be a many of stories that lead you to that point. But the bottom line is we all on borrowed time.
Yes, sir.
And we need to be productive in the things that we do, the choices that we make. I'm speaking for the ones that enjoy this
Right.
side of life,
Right. Right.
and willing to help others. Before we get deep into things, let me get the sponsors out of the way. 4-time world champion in 3 different weight classes, currently holding the 130, 135, 140-pound title. The one, the only, the infamous Javante Tank Davis. I'm not gonna be surprised if that dude go to 147 and take a belt at 154.
I
They can
wouldn't be
call it
surprised.
regular all they
They
want.
want right.
Regular.
Right.
I used to,
Right.
when I had hair on my head, I used to get a regular shaper. And guess what?
What's
They
that?
loved it.
They loved it. They loved it.
Redesigning minds, one mind at a time. Which people out there are telling y'all to subscribe to the Rize Podcast channel, because that company is about to be on the show. We about to bring them on the show.
Oh,
Redesigning
shucks.
minds, one mind at a time.
Oh, shucks.
We doing stuff on this channel that a lot of other channels not
Not
doing.
doing. Right.
We
Facts.
need y'all to tune in, man.
Facts.
Box, Under Armour, and
And
last but not least, Box
Raw.
What's going on, brother, man? I know you got a lot on your plate.
I do. But I know we do have a special guest today. Thanks to my man, Coach Squeeze be working overtime. Let me just tell y'all, Coach Squeeze be working overtime. Y'all don't know how much blood, sweat, and tears he puts in to make sure we had good shows every week. Squeeze be putting it in.
You know what, though, brother? One thing I could say, I could do more, and I could do more. I'm working on doing more. Calvin, I talked to him. He say, I'm giving you the green light, and I pray that I don't let him down.
I don't think you will, bro.
You know what I mean? So I'm just trying to be the best version of me while I'm breathing. I don't have no hate in my blood. I don't envy nobody else.
Right.
You know, because God bless each and every one of us with the same ability. Whatever your religion is out there, whatever your high power is, which direct you, you know. So I'm a push to do more.
Nah, that's commendable, bro.
And
that's commendable.
When I do that, there's no more I can ask of myself. When I know I tried. Failing, to me, I've learned at 52 years old, failing is not trying at all.
Exactly. Because you at least get a lesson.
Take it away, brother Landon. The floor is yours.
Yes, sir. I saw something earlier today. It wasn't a lot of fights this week. It wasn't.
I noticed that.
It wasn't. But I did see one this week that I wanted to talk about. I don't know that we'll have time because our guest will be on in a few minutes, because I wanted to show some video of it. The last round. There's a question I had to ask to you, Coach, about how you felt about how it ended and whether or not the referee did the right thing in this fight. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm hearing people, I don't know, to me, there's no controversy, but I'm seeing people saying that it was controversy with this. And I figure somebody with the experience you have in sport, watching as many fights as you watched, you would definitely have some insight on that. And I'm just going to call that segment. Am I bugging? Because I don't see what I see these other people are saying. I don't see it. You know what I'm saying? I just want to know if I'm bugging. You know what I'm saying?
Roll it.
All right, give me 1 second.
Let's roll it.
Now, this fight was between Joe Joyce and the guy Takam from Vegas by way of Cameroon. All right.
In Joe Joyce's favor so far.
Oh, okay. I think I've seen him before.
I tell you what, Joe would have been careful. Oh, fantastic left hook from Joe there.
He's going to jump all over him now. He's got him going.
Just needs to be careful still. Don't want to burn himself out.
He thinks he can take him here.
Just needs to be careful. Takam can bowl one over.
Takam, has he regrouped? Joyce is gambling a bit here.
He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to take silly gambles and silly risks. That's better. A little bit of room to pick your shots. That's much better from Joe.
Joyce trying to put his punches together now, trying to pick his punches, and Takam's taking a lot. Is he about to go? Is he ready to go? Referee Steve Gray. Well. Referee Steve Gray watching on very, very closely, and it's all over. It's all over.
No.
Now let me ask you a question.
He should not have. Go ahead.
Let me ask you a question. That man went a lot of consecutive seconds without swinging back. He barely looked like he was defending himself. And dude was teeing off. Should the referee have stopped that fight, or should he waited for an actual knockout?
Well, from what I seen, Brother Landon, the dude was throwing a lot of punches. But if you could look at the body language of the guy, he was still moving.
Okay.
So the dude ain't laying no real flesh punches that would hurt him. I didn't see his legs buckle.
Right.
And he still was conscientious enough to get out of the way.
He was mad. He was mad. When the ref stopped it, he was mad.
He didn't throw a lot of punches back.
Right.
But he wasn't really taking nothing. All old boy had to do was touch him in his body a little bit more. He'd have got him out of there. But he was chasing.
Chasing the headshot. Chasing the headshot. Yeah.
He looked like he was tired. So old boy was able to slip a lot of punches by moving his head.
Right.
So that's a part of intelligently defending yourself. You don't have to be throwing punches back to be intelligently defending yourself.
Trying to
you
deflect
and slipping, catching, moving.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I just don't think he should have.
So I'm bugging. I'm bugging because I felt like he about to knock him out.
you ain't bugging. This is what I like about the sport and this channel, man. We respecting each other's views. If I was in there refereeing, I might have seen it a different way.
Right.
But by me on the outside looking in, I could see that old boy wasn't hurt.
Right.
Enough for him to stop it. So you're not bugging. You saw what you saw. I saw what I saw.
You saw, right.
If I was in the ring refereeing, I might have stopped it.
Listen, Takam that was mad too. As soon as the ref stopped it, he pushed the ref like, "What are you doing?" Like he was the ref like. So
Zab Judah did that before.
Word.
Yeah, Zab Judah did that before. Ashley was fighting the referee.
Oh damn!
Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
Well. I wanted to get your feedback on that, and I'm going to get to some of these other comments later on in the show. But the one that's relevant right now is from Amir Liggins, who says, fighters have to be smart enough to avoid them situations. Don't leave it in the hands of the referee or the judges.
Yeah. Well, Key, you right. You absolutely right. But everybody got a puncher's chance. You could watch fights where people actually was dazed and hurt.
Right.
And when the guy ran over there to him, hit him, knocked him down. So what do you think about those fights?
That's a good question.
Oh, shit. Oh, hell. Ladies and gentlemen, out there in the boxing world, without further delay, without further ado, he needs no introduction no more. The one, the only, the infamous Coach Josh, aka Nephew.
How y'all feeling today? How y'all feeling today?
How you feeling, bro? It's nice to finally meet you, bro.
This young man right here, when I first met him, I was like, who's old boy? He was walking around. This is for the gym open. I was like, what he doing? I'm thinking he was working there or knew somebody. I didn't know who he was.
Right.
But because I never seen him before. But come to find out, he was coming to the gym to help out, and he must knew Calvin and to do his part. And then he stayed around and started watching what we was doing, working with the fighters before the gym opened, and he gravitated to it. And man, how far he has come since then, I didn't even know he was going to start doing a coaching thing. But he said, Coach Reed, watching you and Calvin and y'all guys gave me an itch. I say, well, you coaching the Pee Wee class, that's a tough little task.
Tall order.
He's been up to it. So let me roll right on in to my questions. Coach Josh, who brought you to the Upton Boxing Center, matter of fact?
Well, it's crazy. The first person I ever knew at the gym was Tank. I used to just come down to gym just to, chill with Tank, watch him spar. This was like 2013, 2014.
Damn.
And I ended up.
I ain't never know that.
Yeah, and I ended up meeting Coach Calvin, and I used to just go down there and just like the same thing I'm doing now. I used to just go down there and chill with Calvin because I wound up building a little bond with him. But make a long story short, I just stopped going down to gym. I just, I had to get some life things in order, get my, move out my mother house. I just had to finished school. I just had a lot of stuff I had to do, so I just stopped going. Make a long story short, last year, mind you, I haven't seen or talked to Calvin in a few years since I've been down the gym. He put on Instagram one day, the gym opening back up, just come help and clean up the gym. This was like in November. I think me and one other person showed up, and ever since that day, I just never stopped going down the gym. And I was just coming down there to help out and just, you know, soak up some boxing knowledge and just to be around some good people instead of just sitting around in the house or sitting around people who ain't, you know, you're only good as the company you keep. And our Upton is just a great place to be as a really family oriented. And I just started going down there, and Kelvin was telling me when I go to training camp for Tank, this before the gym even opened, he was like, I'm gonna make you a coach for the Pee-wees. And in my mind, like, it's still weird when kids come up to me and call me coach, like to this day, but I didn't take it as serious. It's like, you know, when you first start something, I didn't understand the importance of the job until I missed like one day. And I never forget, Maniac, one of the kids from Squeeze class, ran up to me like, man, where you was at yesterday? And that was ever since that day, it made me realize how much like kids pay attention or how much they expect to see you in that gym. And now I take it super serious. Like, me and my kids, I took them swimming Friday. I'm gonna take them to a Ravens training camp next week. So I try to do stuff with them to let them know it's more than boxing.
Yeah, man.
Wow. Raw footage. Now that I know the story behind the backdrop, you only can get it to the Rize Podcast channel.
Facts.
Yeah.
Some stuff we don't even know.
I want to thank Coach Kenny, Coach Squeeze, and Coach Calvin, because without them, I really wouldn't know. I mean, I knew boxing and love boxing. I mean, I love boxing, but to like know your punches, yo, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or how to keep your feet, how to throw a punch, how to, like, I learned so much from them, and I'm still learning every day from Squeeze, Coach Calvin, and Coach Kenny. So I just really appreciate them for even letting me be a part of the family.
Oh, man.
Oh, shout out Coach Nikki and my favorite, my number one supporter, Graylin Cubs. I know he watching too.
Senior.
Yeah, he's on his senior. He on you, boy. He on you.
I said I can't miss it. Oh, I apologize too. Let me tell you, when I supposed to came on the podcast the last time, that was the night Tank fought. I blame senior Coach Squeeze. Graylin Cubs had me out like 4 or 5 in the morning, and I was burnt out. I ain't wake up till like 1, 2 o'clock that next day. So it was Coach G fuck Squeeze why I ain't make it the first time. I apologize though.
You hear that? You hear that?
It's all good in the hood, but you know he gonna come for you in the comments.
Oh yeah, I know.
It's gonna be a war, boy. Yeah, well, first of all, I just like I'm so proud of this young man right here, man. The things he doing. Actually, he getting off to a better start than I did when I was young. The path that I took. So I always tell him and remind him how proud I am of him, and keep moving forward and stay away from that negativity.
Yeah.
Because if it was up to him, he would catch a plane to come to Upton, because he's a frequent flying miles maniac. He loved it. Yo, this young man travels.
I like that. I like that.
Then he don't have no kids. He say the kids at the gym is his. He doing his thing, man.
Yeah.
He doing his thing. That Coach Charles, I'm gonna ask you a couple of questions, man.
Yes, sir.
Where do you see the Pee-wee class going, and who do you like you to see going to the next level? A couple of your kids, do you see any potential in future stars?
Of course, I gotta shout out my man Junior. Junior is I've been telling people about Junior. Junior always hold like a special place to me in my heart. Because mind you, the gym opened up in April. I seen Junior come to the gym by himself every day since January. He was working out he's 5 years old at the time. And he worked out every day by himself. And then Superfly came in and Shake and Bake eventually, but that was like a month or two later. But to see a kid 5 years old to want the way he wanna do boxing is just amazing. And then I got another kid, his name Bryce. We call him the Sleeper. That's Malik Warren's nephew, actually. And I think by Malik being a boxer, his uncle, he see, it gives him the motivation and passion to want to do it too, because he sees somebody that's in his life that's already excelling in the sport.
Right.
And and Jerry and Bryce, they definitely, when I tell you these kids don't back down from nobody, they box kids in squeeze class. Like they just got a different mentality about them at 5 and 6 years old. Well, they both 6 now, so I just can't wait till they turn 8. And I got another kid, Tavon. I just can't wait till they turn 8 so I can sign them up with USA Boxing and start doing the amateurs and start just traveling and building with them, because I can't wait till they turn into young men. Like I tell them, they don't got to be boxers. I just try to tell them, apply the stuff we learn in boxing to life,
right? And
just be the best person you is. But besides that, besides my class, the next kids that I really want to see excel is like, I'm waiting for Too Sharp. He ready to have his last amateur fight. Then he gonna go pro. I remember Too Sharp was a little kid in the gym. Then we got like Time Machine, Shake and Bake, Serial Killer. I'm just waiting to see like the other teenagers get to like that, about 18, 19 when they go over to pro, so they can start excelling in their career.
Yeah. And it's funny because Coach George, he be helping me out with my students sometimes. When I can't keep them in the bag, he'll be training his kids and he'll say, "This how we work down there." He'll look over there, he should squeeze. You having a problem out of him? And I said, "Yeah, man." He's like, "You right there. Come on over here and do this. If you don't do that, go in the room and sit down until your parents come."
Right.
I thought about it. I was like, no, you know what? You handle that. Because see, that's what it's all about. It ain't about ego.
And it ain't about one person doing everything, right?
Everybody takes a village.
Right.
Where he might know how to handle them a little better than me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
I had to learn that Squeeze taught me this too. A lot of kids, come in there, they ain't really want to work out or put the work in, or they just trying to get past the day. But I'd rather them there at the gym than us kicking them out somewhere else than them on the streets. So that'd be my only thing with kids. Yeah. And Coach Squeeze taught me that with a kid we had with Freddie, and it's like he always in problems, but it's like I'd rather him here having problems than catching these problems out in the street. So, but them kids will stress you out though. They'll test you though. They'll definitely test you. And if you soft, they'll walk right over you.
Everybody stick together and they can't run and hide. There's some of them turning around.
Yeah. Oh yeah, like Smiley. He was on his last leg out the door, and I remember Coach Squeeze sent him to me and said, "Josh, you better take him." And then ever since then, it's just like he turned around a little bit. So you just gotta work with the kids. I just try to pull all the kids up and just ask them how their day going, like what's up with you, just to catch them off guard, just to see how they doing, because they'll come talk to you about their problems. It's just they just gotta trust you.
They gotta trust you.
Right.
Hey, Coach George, how long was the meeting Friday? I had to leave and go to work.
Oh man, shit. It's about 9:20-ish. We were still outside talking about 10 o'clock. Like me, Calvin, I think it was Coach Steve, and I think it was a few of the kids out there. But yeah, we didn't leave from out front till like 10:30. We closed up about 9:30.
Was the meeting productive?
Yeah. Hold up, Coach. Coach. There was a pause. There was a pregnant pause.
Hey, that's my boy.
Coach Squeeze will tell you, I mind my business. I come there as long as my pee-wees and my class is good. I stay out of the drama. I don't.
I feel you.
He'll do drama.
At all.
That young man do not do drama.
Nah, I feel you.
Coach Josh, we're gonna close this interview out.
Oh, wait, hold on for a second, bro. Before we close this out, I wanted to get our silent assassin to bring in somebody else that might want a few words with Coach Josh.
Okay. All right. That's how we doing it.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see if he's in here. Let's see if he's in here. Because he got the link. And while we wait for that, I want to get some of these comments directed towards Coach Josh while he's here.
Oh, dang.
We got Graylin Cobbs, of course.
Uh-oh.
He's in here. He says, I guess he was talking about when he kept you up all that time. He said, got to play hard and work harder, Coach Josh. And then we have Coach Nikki says that the Pee Wee class has a winning record against Coach Squeeze class.
Oh, hey, seriously, Miss Nikki, seriously, that record is so daggone old and outdated. But if that's what you want to do, go ahead, Miss Nikki. That's what you want to do.
And of course, Coach Cobbs is back in it again saying, please, Landon, tell Coach Josh we're in the fighting business, not excuse making. He in the comments with all the smoke right about now. And unfortunately, we do not have – this is what I wanted to bring in. He was supposed to be in, but I guess maybe his phone ran out of juice. Coach Kenny was supposed to come in, and I wanted to have him have that interaction with Coach Josh, because the last time when we had one of the great coaches on, he wanted to come in, and it was over before he had a chance. But I think something happened with his phone. You know how Kenny is. You know how Kenny is.
The limp ball swami.
The limp ball swami.
Well, guess what? Hold on, Coach Josh. Don't go nowhere. We're gonna keep rolling on with the show. You could roll in with the show with us.
Of course. This the part Coach G gonna start hating Squeeze.
Yeah, you already know. So, Brother Landon.
Yes, sir.
What you had to kick off on your topic? You showed your bit, or
no, I got one more thing. One more thing. Wait,
come on with it, champ.
I'm getting a message. Oh, wait a minute. Coach Kenny is backstage waiting now.
All right. Bring him in.
Backstage waiting. Bring him in.
Roll it. And action.
Oh, well, listen, our producer saying that he's not in. You don't see him.
Here he comes. Oh, come on, man.
Hey,
the lip ball.
He's terrible, man.
No, remember last week, right? Last week he wanted to come in. So I'm giving him every time we have a coach on here, I'm giving Coach Kenny a chance to get in here and say what he gonna say.
I don't got my Coach Hunt glasses on though, so he good today.
Nobody else no more. I went to the eye doctors last week. They sent my ass over city jail talking about go read the mail. Karma is real.
You ain't got nothing to say about nobody glasses now.
Karma's face, man.
Oh man.
Told me go over to city jail and read people mail. That's what I get for picking with Hunt last week.
Yeah, see how it all comes back around, right? Yeah, so
no. The limp ball swami, y'all, just joined the show. You already know the Bible, aka Showtime, one of my comrades of the Rize Podcast show. Coach Kenny, you got anything you want to talk to the youngin' about?
Fill me in. What I missed?
We got Coach Josh on here.
What's up, Josh?
What's up, Coach Kenny? I can't
anything you want to add to him being to the gym? Any good advice you want to tell him?
Man, I appreciate you being, coming to the gym, man. You've been a big help, man, and your work speaks for itself with the kids you're working with,
No, I appreciate it.
Yeah, man. I love every bit of it.
I appreciate it.
The body of work, man. It really takes a village, especially when it comes to boxing, man. You gotta have a mitt man, pad man, strength and conditioning man, running coach.
A team, a whole team, man. Whole team of people.
Yeah, that's why you always hear Floyd say, "You're only as good as the people around you."
Yeah. I get inspired by just how hard I see like Coach Kenny, Coach Squeeze. Coach Squeeze got 52 jobs. He come in there, work with the kids, and then leave, go to another job. And like how I see how Kenny and them work with different fighters and got work with the pros, and then they still make time for kids and amateurs, trying to develop people. Then they be on the road, gone for months, then right back in the gym. So it really gives me the motivation just to work 10 times harder, because I'm like, I know I got so much more work to do and put in at that gym. So I just try to take it at the time.
And their families be missing them, and they sacrificing. So for all you guys out there want to come to gym and say you want to be professional or amateur, do not waste these guys' time. I'm going to say it out my mouth.
Facts.
He might don't want to say it, but I'm going to go on record and say, don't come down there and waste Coach Kenny Calvin's time.
If you don't have no fight, no passbook, don't ask me to work the mitts. I ain't doing it. You don't.
Yeah, he's not doing it. He's not doing it. Yeah, hey, Coach Kenny.
Yes, sir.
We got Lorenzo Truck Simpson coming up, right?
Yeah, August 14th.
August 14th. You want to talk about him, how exciting he is, what you like and Truck?
Yeah, Truck is a bigger version of Tank. Tank at 160 pounds. He can box, he can bang. Whatever he got to do, he can do it. Future champion, yeah, man.
Awesome. What about? Go ahead, brother Landon.
Oh, I was just going to ask. So I know last week we talked about Tank is going to pull up for another fight this year. Has any plans with that gone further?
We don't have an exact date, but the rumors is spreading that it's going to be in October.
Okay.
So, hopefully November, October.
Yeah. Well,
no opponent's been named yet, though.
Yeah. Well, we got to make sure we plug all our other fighters too,
Absolutely.
man.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? So, because Lorenzo Truck Simpson, man, is a hell of a fighter, man. He's on the uprise, man. People sleeping on him out there, and he's a punisher, man. And one thing he do show people stuff too. He'll make a good coach too, man, because his skill,
a student, man.
His skill set. I'm gonna throw another name at you, Coach Kenny. Malik the King Warren.
Another young dog, man. 505 KOs. He scheduled a fight August 13th in Vegas.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, his first 6-round fight. So
okay.
We're looking forward to that also.
What's the weight class?
130 pounds. Featherweight.
You see? That's what I want y'all to know out there. We have more than just Javante Tank Davis at our gym.
Right.
We have a stable of fighters. I'm gonna throw this name at you. Stacy Selby.
Oh my goodness. I call him Little Julian Jackson. Boy can punch, man. 140 pounds. He can punch.
I'ma throw this at all three of you guys. Terrence Crawford and Sean Porter, brother Landon.
I'm glad you brought that up, Coach Squeeze. Because I wanted to ask all of you, what do you feel about the word mandatory in the sport? So there's an article in The Athletic that came out a couple of days ago, and it talks about how the WBO president and his staff have flipped the narrative on its head by ordering an unbeaten welterweight champion, Terrence Crawford, to meet his mandatory opponent former WBC welterweight champion Sean Porter by year's end.
I like the word mandatory because that's the only time that a fighter can't duck. I'm not saying that Crawford is ducking, but
yeah.
When you got to fight that mandatory that's in position, you got to fight. You can't duck and choose who you want to fight. That's why I like it. You understand what I'm saying?
Coach Josh, you want to elaborate on that?
I believe I second what Coach Kenny says. It's basically you can't duck, the fight, and you can't pick and choose. It's like you have to fight this person, and I think it'll be a hell of a fight and a good test for Terrence Crawford. I believe Terrence got more boxing skills. I believe Sean Porter probably a little more stronger because he like a bulldog in the ring. He just can't straight.
He is.
So as long as Terrence can kind of keep his distance and sustain his power, he should be good. But Sean Porter is a hell of an athlete and like conditioning wise, like
damn.
So I hope Terrence will be ready.
Sorry to cut you off.
No, you're good.
I had the opportunity to go in camp with Terrence Crawford, man. Let me tell you something. He worked hard, man. And he's stronger than what people think he is.
See, I'm just going off of he ain't really had a lot of big fights at 47. He fought Kell Brook and who else? Jeff Horn.
I think Cal Brooks beat Porter, the first one to beat Porter. But if you look at Porter, like Porter, he hard worker. He throw punches in hard motion, but I don't think he's a big puncher because he don't never knock nobody out.
What's his record?
He got about 2 losses.
Yeah, he only lost to Kell Brook. Kell Brook,
Terrence Crawford,
Earl Porter, and Earl Spence.
Earl Spence.
He never been stopped though.
Yeah,
he a hard worker, man. But I think
now, my only thing about Porter, I did see Porter dominate Adrian Broner for 11 rounds straight, and then he get dropped in the 12th round. So it's like, I do believe Terrence could. I know Terrence got power. I just ain't never seen him fight a big, 147. Somebody who I know got just as much powerful or strong like him.
Right. Yeah. Porter come with a lot of will, man. But I think I'm leaning toward Crawford with the skill.
I'm leaning towards Crawford on this one, which you know what? I'm a Sean Porter fan, yo.
We was talking about that earlier. We was talking about that earlier before the show.
Porter like an old school fighter, throwback fighter, man. Every minute, every
he
second.
like Sean Porter, like the unsung hero of the sport. He bringing his best, yo. You know what I mean? Game 7 on the line.
This fight is will against skill.
Yeah, I agree. I'm gonna throw this at y'all at the round table. I'm gonna call this the round table. Earl Spence versus Manny Pacquiao. Coach Kenny.
I'm going with Earl Spence, man.
Why?
Father Time catch up with everybody. Younger, he's bigger, he's stronger. He turned pro at 154 pounds. A lot of people don't, know that. But
who, Coach?
Earl Spence.
Oh, okay.
He came down when he turned pro, and Pacquiao turned pro at 106 or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I didn't know that. I didn't know that.
There's rumors of him over the years juicing and stuff like that. So when they started investigating him juicing, from that point on, he never KO'd anybody else. So was it true to it? Was it any truth to it?
Yeah.
Now,
Coach,
I don't know if they're taking a drug test for this fight, but if they are,
Coach,
I don't
Coach
see
Josh.
Pacquiao winning.
Coach Josh, who you like?
I'm going with Earl #1 because he black. And in boxing, you gotta kind of be racist a little bit. You No, you got to go with the.
No,
I'm like the Mexicans. I don't care if he could be 0-30. I'm going with my black guy. That's just how I am, Coach Kenny. The Mexicans do it. And all other races.
They do.
But just off of, I believe, like Coach Kenny said, Earl was just a more natural, bigger, stronger guy. He probably walk around at like 180 and then cut all the way down to 47. So he's going to have the power still with him. I think Earl a weight bully to me.
He's strong.
Yeah, he real strong. But don't sleep on Pacquiao. Pacquiao still got some speed and power. But a lot of people,
man, even the fights that Pacquiao won,
yes,
he was hurt by body shots, man.
Not with Keith Thurman though. Like everybody thought Keith was going.
Keith Thurman caught him, but Keith Thurman didn't catch it. He was hurt. And Earl Spence, he starts out at the body, man. He gonna break Pacquiao.
Yeah. I think Pacquiao just too little for Earl. Yeah, like I just think Earl could just keep his distance like he did with Mikey and just
too little
beat him up everywhere.
What you think, brother Landon, on that?
We discussed that on this show before. I'm staying with Pacquiao. I'm staying with Pacquiao. Experience. I'm going over the experience. Pacquiao's not a joke. It ain't over for him yet. I'm going for, but I'm gonna tell you what I did like.
But
I like Coach Josh's whole take on I'm going with the black guy. Because ordinarily I would be too, but I got to stand on Pacquiao.
Keep in the back of your mind that Pacquiao can be KO'd.
He can.
Yes.
He can.
Yeah.
He
For
can.
the rest of his career, he can be KO'd.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm going with the Pac-Man regardless.
He fought up against a big dog this time too.
I'm thinking the experience going to win out this time. That's me.
I'm gonna throw this at y'all. I already know what the Swami limp ball Swami gonna say. So y'all might as well hold y'all goddamn on stomach. I'm telling you now. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. Take it away, Coach Swami.
Tyson Fury is one of the ones that got Deontay Wilder's number. Deontay Wilder, when he was lighter, he used to get tired. 4th, 5th round, he would get tired. He's coming heavier now. He's gonna get tired quicker. Watch. Carrying more weight. Y'all gonna see that Fury can box, man. He can box, man.
Yeah, he can. He can, man.
As soon as he hit Wilder, that shit gonna go out the window. Wilder gonna go right Wilder.
Yeah.
He already under Wilder's skin. He under Wilder's skin before the fight even started.
Yeah. I think he letting his emotions override.
You know, I recently rewatched their last fight.
And what you get out of it?
I don't think this is what Wilder really won.
Wilder did change his trainer, so let's see if that plays any role.
I mean,
let's just see if he, make any adjustments. My thing is, Tyson Fury is a way better boxer than Deontay Wilder. Like Deontay got exposed. Like everybody knew Deontay really couldn't box like that, but when he fought Fury, it just was like, what the hell? Like he really got exposed, and like Coach Kenny said, I think Fury just got his.
He got his number. You know how to beat him.
Number.
And he in his head.
Just like
I will say Tyson Fury looked a little out of shape this their last little face off in July.
He did.
He looked heavy as this.
He's not a fighter. He always been shaped like a waterbed. That's just the way he looks. He's in position, man.
But I do think
like that.
I think Wilder is motivated by all the critics and what everybody's saying and off that last fight since he lost. So I think he really motivated to like try to come in and knock Fury head off.
The last interview, he was kind of charged with the earphones. Don't want to speak to the press. Like,
I didn't understand. What was that about? What was that about? I didn't understand that.
The boy under his Fury's under his skin.
Yeah, man. It's like he was trying to do everything he could do to keep Fury from getting in his ear. Because Fury gonna talk his trash.
Exactly.
Fury, he gonna talk his trash. And it just seemed like, to me, that showed weakness. You can't take it. You don't have your guard up, your mental shields up. Like that showed weakness to me. That showed weakness.
All right. Before we go any further, I want to get the gym out the way Come on down to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue. We have a Pee Wee class, which we got one of our hosts on the show. Coach Josh coaches the Pee Wee class from 5-year-old to 7 and 8. It's 3 to 5. And we have from 5 to 7, 8-year-old to 16-year-olds. And from 17 to adult, it's $120 for 5 days a week for the whole year. Right now, our classes are booked. We might don't have no openings until the end of August. You will have to see our manager, Ms. Nikki. And while we on the subject, we like to give a shout out to all our coaches. Miss Nikki, the brains of the operation at the gym. You know, since she came, the things that she getting done with the people that's backing up. We really appreciate you. I know it get hard sometimes, but just keep doing what you're doing because you got the right people. Coach Kenny, Calvin, Josh, your brother, all of us is backing. And I'd like to thank Coach Josh, Senior Cubs, Coach Day, Big E, Time Machine Father, Big Steve, Big Ray, Coach Hunt, which was on the show last weekend. Who else, Coach Josh, on the coaches? Oh, Michael, Coach Michael Guthrie,
Coach Drea,
Coach Drea. You know, I hope we ain't leave nobody out, man.
I don't call no names, man, because that one you missed gonna give you the blues, man. I just say the whole
Coach Brian. Shout out Coach Brian.
One you missed, like Mike's wife, you ain't say her. Gonna give you the blues.
Well, we just plugged. We just plugged.
All right.
Work in progress. And don't forget to like and subscribe to the Rize Podcast. We got to get our numbers up, man, and keep this show rolling. This is the platform to talk about our stars. And as you can see, we get our people at the gym and we let everybody know how we make this operation run, that it takes a team. So we like to showcase the people behind the scenes is more important than the people that's in front of the scene.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
Just as important, because Coach Kenny will tell you that, and Calvin all the time. When they come back from the shows, I say, Kenny, man, hell of a job. He say, without y'all guys, we can't do what we doing.
Right.
So it's no egos involved, and we all looking for each other to keep growing, yo. People hate on each other so much, yo.
Too much.
They don't want to see nobody, their own people grow, man. But we better roll into some questions, man. This show on fire today.
It is. And I'm gonna go all the way up to get to some relevant questions, but I do got to put this recent one. Amir Liggins said, she said, Coach Squeeze ain't got his cup, but Limp Ball Swami do. What you sipping, Swami?
A little bit of OJ this morning.
A little bit of OJ. There you go.
I got my cup.
You got your cup? Okay. Oh, what's in that? What's in there, Squeeze?
Oh, it's good for the urinary tract.
Better be some beach. It better be.
Cranberry juice.
Okay. And speaking of, since we go into the questions, I definitely want to get Amir Liggins' questions out, because even before the show started, she was already on here with some questions, some comments and stuff. So let me roll through those. She asks, how do you see a Tank versus Mikey Garcia fight going? That's a tremendous fight and a big fight. Two great fighters, two excellent corners. It's a great fight, but I think Tank can hurt Mikey.
I'm going to leave that to the Swami.
Mikey Garcia and Tank, you said?
Yeah.
I think Tank will outbox him.
I don't like that fight, yo. Mikey can crack crack, yo.
Speak your mind, Coach Squeeze. Speak your mind. Speak your mind.
Mikey,
Tank and crack. What you saying?
I ain't saying that. I already know what our champion can do, but it's just I don't like that.
But that's
I don't like that.
That's a fight I don't want to see. I'd rather see Tank fight George Taylor. You know, keep belts. Why fight him for what? You know?
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't like it.
I just seen the interview where Mikey was saying how dangerous Tank is, and he was talking about the Barrios fight. He was saying how
coming in with the respect, you know, saying, you know, respecting everything Tank do because he want that fight. He don't want to back off Tank and Tank say F him. It's all
it's politics.
You know.
I think Errol Spence mentally ruined Mikey or something ever since that last fight. That's just me personally.
Yeah.
Wow. Something else she's Amir Liggins says shout out to Tank for repping B-More by getting a massive tattoo of Baltimore on his back. He's been the best homegrown athlete to carry Baltimore. His greatness is shown on the next level. No disrespect to Tavon Austin, Will Barton, Stanton Kidd, Aquil Carr, Josh Shelby, and other great Baltimore athletes.
Yo, she killing it.
She killing it. I had to read the comments.
He got that from coaches, man. Everything we do, we rep in Baltimore.
Yeah, man. You know,
yo, she doing her homework, yo.
Baltimore
absolutely.
First, then the whole DMV, but we from Baltimore, man.
Right. She continues saying that she's a little confused on Devin Haney. He is a good fighter. He brings some quality attributes, but I get the sense he thinks he's a lot more than what he is. He isn't a boogeyman. She says, I really believe not only can Tank hurt Devin Haney, he can put him on his ass and back.
Damn.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah. She says
that's deep.
Now she gives her analysis on the Errol Spence and Pacquiao thing. She says, I think Errol Spence will definitely have to make adjustments in the Pacquiao fight, and we will see if he can and if he will fight on fight night. Then she talks about Coach Calvin. She says, Coach Calvin been in the gym, putting in work himself. Big things on the horizon. Whole team is going to be right. It gets bigger and better, up and ready. So shout out to Amir Liggins for real.
Appreciate you.
Yeah,
Graylin Cobbs, of course, was in here. He said, "Good morning, Rize." We have Alan Johnson saying, "Good morning, Rize." Rock Lundy, peace and blessings to the brothers.
What's up, brother?
And then he asked a question, a very pertinent question, a question that I feel needs to be asked probably every episode. When Coach Squeeze fighting?
We're looking for another opponent.
You look for another opponent?
We got some going on, so you know.
all right, bet.
Yeah.
Well, and not only to answer that question, the most important thing is staying ready. So I'm constantly working every day in the gym, man. This is what's important. I'm glad y'all brought that up because Coach Kenny and Calvin said all the time, they walk around pouting, crying, stomping. In order to be a great boxer, a good boxer, you have to keep working until your numbers call.
Right.
Don't be impatient. So I'm constantly, Mr. Rock, because that's one of my favorite people. He bring his son to the gym. My thing is for me to stay ready, keep working hard, taking care of my body, and when the time right, that I'll be ready and it presents itself.
Love it. So I got a couple more from Hayes Smoke. He says he's picking Earl, but he says Pac is going to show experience and can be the best teacher. You know, Amir says she thinks Pacquiao is tricky. So take with that what you will. Boxing Dad says, "What's up to the panel?" And he asked, of course, he said, "What's up with Tank versus Mikey?" And we talked about that earlier. And see, we got some more. Amir asked us about Ryan Garcia versus Jojo Diaz. What you got? Who you got?
Ryan Garcia, Jojo. I'm gonna go with Jojo Diaz.
I'm going with Jojo Diaz.
I'm going with JoJo too.
I'm going with JoJo too for one main reason. I ain't like that shit he pulled on Mike Tyson thing with Tank. I ain't like that. I like it. I
don't think Brian got the dog in him, man.
Nah, he ain't got that. He more bark than bite, yo.
He just don't have it.
Right.
I want to see him fight Rolly.
My thing is thoughts up right there because Rolly pop. That's it.
That's what I'm saying. And Rolly awkward. You know, you better make sure you have your cup and your headgear on with Rolly.
Rolly got his skills is terrible.
Yo, so gonna cocoa butt you and everything.
You said you gotta make sure you got your cup on.
Yeah.
Oh man. That's funny. That's funny because last week we talked about it was a fight where he had this real awkward boxer.
Yeah.
It was he awkward.
Looked like garbage.
Yeah, man. Yeah. It looked bad. It looked really bad.
All right. We only got 4 minutes left. Mm-hmm. We're gonna sum this up real quick. Pick pick one person you want to see Tank fight next. All right. Mm-hmm. You got long with 3 minutes.
I want to fight Josh Taylor.
Who?
Josh Taylor.
All right. Who you like, Landon?
All right. So truthfully, I do want to see him fight Josh Taylor too. But since the Limp Ball already picked him, I'm gonna say Teofimo.
Good call.
Coach Josh.
I'm gonna take the Floyd approach, and I want him to fight Oscar Valdez, honestly.
And I'm going with. I think this would be a big money fight. Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Devin Haney.
Yeah. That's a big money fight.
And guess what? At 140, because Devin talking about moving up. At 140.
Whoa. Wait a minute. Devin's talking about moving up to 140?
Yep.
Let him fight Mario Barrios next.
Yeah, I was ready to say I wouldn't want to see Tank fight that. I would want to, but Devin better think about his career and his future. You better fight Ryan Garcia first. I feel like nobody can beat Tank. I think Tank could beat a lot of 47 and down. I think Tank could really beat everybody. Because he got the boxing skills and he got power in both hands. He got
power, yep.
So that's
wait a minute, hold up. Here's a fight that nobody's talking about that might be a big money fight too. Amir Liggins brings it up in the comments. She says Coach Kenny versus De La Hoya in the 6-rounder exhibition.
Oh shit!
That's a big money fight right there. What are you talking about?
I take
De La Hoya been looking good.
Has he?
I put my money on Coach K.
Oh man, hilarious!
I'm going with the Limp Ball Swamp.
Hilarious.
Calvin, let me see what's up.
All right, y'all. We can wrap this show up.
Shout out to Coach Calvin.
Come on down to 1901 Pennsylvania Avenue, Baltimore, Maryland. We have Pee-wee classes from 5 to 8-year-old, 3 to 5 time frame, from 5 to 7 time frame, 8-year-old to 16-year-old, from 7 to 9 time frame, 17-year-old to adults, $120 for the whole year. $120 for the whole year. So what's that's like $10 a month?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
You can't beat that.
Can't beat that.
Come on down and get that boxing experience. Meet the star coaches when they not on the road. The Swarm and Coach Calvin. You can interact with those guys. They spread it far and wide, but they will give you time and talk to you and let you know about the sport. I'd like to thank our guest on the show, but she really ain't a guest. Coach Josh, a.k.a. Nephew. As you know, the Swarm, a.k.a. the Limp Ball Swarmy, a.k.a. Showtime.
I'll read your mail when you need it read.
We like this special thanks to the CEO of this brand, because without him, this idea wouldn't have came into fruition. He's been talking about this for over a year. Coach Calvin Ford,
Absolutely.
the CEO of this company, and giving us this platform to showcase our fighters. We love you, man. We respect you, and we're going to do everything we can in our power to back you and to grow this brand.
Absolutely.
So before we leave, let's give a shout out to our sponsors. 4-time champ, 3-time current champ in 3 weight divisions, 130, 135, 140 pounder, Javante Tank Davis, redesigning minds, one mind at a time, Under Armour, and
Box Raw.
That's a wrap, guys.
All right, see y'all, man. I appreciate it.
Top of the
See
week.
y'all this week. All right, Coach.